This can only help our chances. The more family members on hand, the better. How is Blair? Any change in her condition?
I spoke to Dr. Didot this morning. Unfortunately, Blair is still not speaking coherently.
I'm sorry to hear that, for her sake and ours.
Well, you don't strike me as overwhelmingly optimistic about today's prospects.
No, wait, there's no reason to manufacture a gray cloud when only a silver lining will do.
Well, forget my bluntness, but this isn't about atmospherics. It's about the law, and frankly, rotten timing.
Mel, what would you suggest? That I have done nothing? Blair is helpless. Starr even more so. Not on your life.
What are Mother's chances of getting custody of Starr?
I'd say hope for the best and prepare for the worst.
I'm sorry, why is everybody being so negative?
The timing isn't very good. If I were Mr. Manning's attorney, I'd definitely argue that your niece is a long way from recovery, so why should Starr live with an aunt instead of her father?
Can we consider the father here? This isn't some average single parent we're talking about. This is Todd, a rapist, a kidnapper, a murderer. Starr's life, Starr's very existence depends on all of us.
What will your argument be?
That Dorian can provide a stable family environment until Blair recovers and Todd can't, which is why I'm glad the family's here. It helps to have a niece who's tantamount to a daughter, and a daughter who's a loving mother in her own right, to say nothing of being married to the minister of St. James.
You haven't told her yet? You're still you. Wonderful.
Oh, swell.
What wasn't I told?
Well, I have a little domestic update for you.
Remarried. Starr now has a new mommy to take the place of the one who chose not to come back to her.
Now, that is a ploy.
Order.
No, I'm sorry, Your Honor. This marriage is nothing but a sham to manipulate the court. But would you like to know who Mr. Manning has married? His lawyer. She's on a retainer, you notice, not a honeymoon.
Order. Ms. Richardson, either you keep your client quiet or I will have the bailiff do it. Is that understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
I can see no benefit to Starr were she to be removed from Mr. Manning's home. What she needs now is a loving, stable atmosphere, and I think her father gives her that. Therefore, the plaintiff's motion is denied.
You can't do this, Your Honor.
Down.
I mean, why don't you take the child and throw her down a well or off a cliff in order to destroy her? At least then her suffering would be brief instead of spending her life with this monster.
I said order. Ms. Lord, if you say one more word, I will cite you for contempt. Now, is that clear?
Dorian, I want you to pick up your purse and walk quietly and calmly toward the door. Now. Come on, pick it up. Good.
You are my favorite lawyer. Usual quiet dignity in class.
That pompous sanctimonious... That arrogant poser!
Honey, that was an ashtray. They're lethal in the air. Just settle down.
She hasn't got a brain in her head! Mother, please! I mean, she's not a judge! She's an executioner! That's what she is! How can she do this to Blair's beautiful little baby? I hate her! I hate her! I hate her!
Okay. Listen. It's gonna be okay. Do you want me to get you anything? Water? I just want to be left alone, okay? Just need to be alone.
That's the first convincing impression of a volcano I've ever seen.
I think Mother's reaction is understandable.
Is it? God knows. Dorian wants Starr, but this isn't disappointment. It's hysteria. It doesn't tally.
What do you mean?
Well, Dorian's behaving as if she thinks Starr's going to be roasted on a spit. Todd's been a very fine father to his daughter. That may be his only single saving grace.
So you think that Mother's fears for Starr are irrational?
I think that they're coming from someplace else. Someplace deeper. No, listen to me. This is how you end up sounding when your mother's a shrink.
I think they may have something to do with Addie.
Dorian's sister.
Yeah, Addie treated Mother really horribly as a child.
How do you mean? Abused her?
Well, there was this one famous incident where Addie went after Mother with a pair of scissors.
Oh, God. Trauma like that goes a sickeningly long way toward explaining why Dorian has such wild fears for Starr.
Well, Mother, you know, she doesn't really want to ever talk about this, so maybe you can get her to open up.
Yeah. I'll give it a whirl the first chance I get. Things like this shouldn't stay bottled up in anyone, especially a woman as high-octane as Dorian.
Dorothy, it's so steamy in here.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning. What happened to the air conditioning?
Oh, I'm waiting for the repairman with Antonio's and Andy's wedding, all the things I have to do. I hope he's coming soon.
That's right, the wedding. I was so excited to hear about it and just thrilled that I've been invited because it's going to help take my mind off of other things. So, where are they registered?
Well, Antonio is registering at, Berkeley Law School in California.
Carlotta, I want to buy them a gift, dear. I called Logan's, but they didn't have a Harrison Vega registered, so do you know what pattern china crystal she wants you?
Andy isn't interested in china crystal, Dorian.
What am I supposed to do? Guess at what they want? Go shop for a gift? I'm sorry, I just haven't got the time for that sort of thing. You've got to help me.
Is something wrong? Did Starr and Blair? Is everything all right?
No, it's not. Oh, Carlotta. You see, I petitioned the court to try and get custody of Starr away from Todd. But my timing was absolutely awful because Blair came out of the coma with aphasia. That's when she can't really speak, say the words she wants to. And can you believe it? The judge decided against me. It's impossible. So, until Blair recovers, poor little Starr is going to have to stay with Todd and that sleazy lawyer wife of his. But believe me, when she does, there is going to be another hearing, but who knows when that'll be.
I'm so sorry.
So am I.
Well, I was very upset when I heard about Taya's wedding to Todd.
Oh, you should be.
Well, if it's any small comfort, I'll tell you that Starr's safe with Taya.
I don't trust her.
Have faith, have patience.
Oh, you are saying that to the most skeptical, impatient woman in the world. Oh, my. What are you reading?
Oh,
Give me. Oh, Carlotta. Sex and the Mature Woman. So, am I to assume that you and Hank Gannon are still cozy?
Hank is a lovely man.
I was right, wasn't I? It's like getting back on a bicycle.
We do not forget.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I just love her. You ever hear her on the radio? She's wonderful. Ooh, look what I opened to. Fantasies.
You can read it the moment that I'm finished with it.
Fine, I'll go out and buy my own copy. Carlotta, you've got to help me, really. Figure out what I can buy for Antonio and Andy. I want it to be something that's, really me.
I'll think about it. I'll give it my best.
Good. So, when you figured it out. Yeah, Mom. Gracias.
Bye.
Bye-bye.